Welcome to another all-inclusive reviews video. When I started this channel, my mission was simple. I wanted to take the guesswork out of choosing the perfect all-inclusive resort for your next vacation. Naturally, that meant creating a bucket list, or as I like to call it, my dream list. This wasn't just any list. Oh no. This was a carefully curated collection of resorts that checked all the boxes. Luxurious accommodations, world-class dining, endless activities, and unforgettable experiences. I even broke it down. One list for romantic, relaxing getaways with my wife, and another for family-friendly escapes packed with fun. Today, I'm thrilled to share one of the crown jewels from my dream list, the Grand at Moon Palace. This is no ordinary resort. It's a massive destination in its own right, designed to cater to just about every type of traveler. Let's talk numbers. Over 1,300 rooms, 11 restaurants to satisfy even the pickiest eaters, 4 snack spots for those midday cravings, and 10 bars scattered across the property. Looking for fun in the sun? You're covered with 9 outdoor pools, a sprawling water park featuring water slides, a splash zone, a lazy river, and even a flow rider. And the best part? There's more. When you stay at the Grand, you also have full access to the neighboring Moon Palace properties, Nozook and Sunrise, giving you even more pools, dining options, and entertainment. Sound amazing? We're just getting started. Stick around as we dive into everything this incredible resort has to offer. Let's back up and talk about your arrival into Cancun International Airport, because no matter how dreamy your vacation is, it all starts here. We cover this in every video because it's the first step in your journey. And let's face it, first impressions matter. If you're a Cancun veteran, feel free to skip ahead. But if this is your first time flying in, stick around. These tips might just save you some headaches. First things first, after you step off the plane, simply follow the crowd to immigration. The wait here is a bit of a wild card. Sometimes you'll breeze through in minutes, other times, well, let's just say you'll get a good chunk of that podcast you've been meaning to finish. Next up is baggage claim. And depending on how many flights are landing around the same time as yours, this may take a while. Be patient. Once your bags are in hand, it's time for customs. Heads up though, random inspections are common. If you get pulled aside for a bag check, don't panic. It's just routine. To avoid any surprises though, check the video description for a handy link on what you can and cannot bring into Mexico. Now comes the hallway of temptations. Pro tip, keep your eyes straight ahead. Ignore the folks waving or calling out to you. Yes, even that overtly friendly guy. And just make your way outside. We're assuming you've already arranged for transportation. If not, stop what you're doing and take care of that before you leave home. Trust us, the last thing you want is to haggle with the infamous taxi mafia. Do yourself a favor and book a reputable service in advance. You'll thank us later. Once you've cleared the final sliding doors, get ready for a blast of tropical heat. Welcome to Cancun. If you're a fellow glasses wearer, prepare for the inevitable fog-up moment. It's practically a rite of passage. Outside, look for your transportation company's sign. They'll get you loaded up and on your way in no time. One of the best things about staying at the Grand at Moon Palace, it's ridiculously close to the airport. Within 10 to 15 minutes, you'll be arriving at the resort, ready to trade travel stress for paradise. Let's take a quick moment to shout out our travel partner and the sponsor of this video, Enchanted Travel. I've always loved planning my own trips, researching resorts, reading reviews, but for this visit to the Grand at Moon Palace, I teamed up with Enchanted Travel. And wow, they made the entire process so much easier. Planning a trip can be stressful and confusing. Figuring out where to stay, what to do, how to get the best deal. Now that's where Enchanted Travel comes in. Their travel specialists know these resorts inside and out, so they can recommend the perfect destination for your style and budget. Plus, their services are completely free. Resorts pay them, not you, which means you get expert help at no extra cost. And here's the best part. If something goes wrong during your trip, they're just a phone call away. From resolving booking issues to making last-minute adjustments, they handle it all, faster than any big-name booking site could ever do. Whether you're planning a honeymoon, a family getaway, or destination wedding, Enchanted Travel has you covered. Visit enchantedtravel.com or give them a call to start planning your dream vacation. Oh, and if you mention that you heard about them from All-Inclusive Reviews, they'll even send you a couple of these sleek drink tumblers after you book your trip. Perfect for the swim-up bar at your next all-inclusive resort. Trust me, your vacation planning has never been this easy or this rewarding. As soon as you pull up to the Grand, you'll be greeted by the friendly bell staff. They're going to take your luggage and hand you a claim ticket. From there, you'll step into the stunning lobby. And trust me, it's a showstopper. The sheer scale, the elegant design, and oh, that scent. I don't know what magic potion they're pumping in here, but it's heavenly. Once you're inside, you're going to be directed to the check-in counter. Now, depending on how many other guests are arriving at the same time, there might be a bit of a wait. So just take a deep breath, soak in the ambience and that heavenly scent, and remember, you're officially on vacation. Here's an important heads up. If you're arriving before the official 3 p.m. check-in time, your room probably won't be ready yet. But no worries, as soon as they strap that wristband onto your arm, you're free to explore and start enjoying the resort. Here's an insider pro tip. Pack a small backpack with a change of clothes, your swimsuit, flip-flops, sunscreen, basically all the essentials for your first afternoon in paradise. Once you've checked in, head straight to the gym. Why? Because the gym locker room has complimentary lockers where you can change, stash your stuff, and get ready to hit the pools. No waiting around for your room to start soaking up the sun. This simple little trick ensures you can dive right into vacation mode the moment you arrive, literally. Before you even pack your bags, there's one thing you have to do. Download the Palace Resorts app. Seriously, hit the pause button on this video right now and grab it. Why? Because at a sprawling mega resort like the Grand, with over 1,300 rooms spread across acres of property, this app is your ultimate survival tool. Let's break it down. First, the interactive map. You're going to need it unless you're the adventurous type who enjoys wandering aimlessly. This resort is so expansive, they've got a network of golf carts running designated routes to get you from point A to point B. The app's map shows you exactly where everything is and where you are, so you can navigate like a pro. Let's talk dining reservations. Most of the restaurants here require them for dinner, and without a reservation, you're looking at the buffet or rolling the dice for a walk-in. And while you're at it, check out the menus on the app. If you're like me and love scoping out the menu before you go, the app's got you covered. But that's not all. Want to know what activities are happening each day? You need the app. Evening entertainment schedule? The app. Booking a spa day? Yep, the app. Even room service is ordered through, you guessed it, the app. It's basically your one-stop guide to making the most of your time at the Grand. Now let's talk about getting around. Walking the resort once to get your bearings, totally worth it. But after that, you'll want to use the golf cart system. Scattered throughout the resort are covered cart stops, with detailed maps of the different cart routes, color-coded, no less. These carts run continuously, and if it's raining, the stops are a nice place to wait for your ride. And here's a bonus. If you're walking and a cart happens to pass by with room, they'll often stop and offer you a lift. Need to hop over to Nazook or Sunrise? The app will help you find the right cart route for that too. In short, the Palace Resorts app is more than just handy, it's essential. Download it before you arrive and thank us later. Let's talk accommodations at the Grand. Because when you're on vacation, where you rest your head matters. First things first. The rooms here are huge. We're talking 831 square feet of luxury, with plenty of space to spread out and relax. Most guests will find themselves in a grand deluxe garden view room, which comes with either a king-size bed or 2 double beds, accommodating up to 4 people. Now, I won't go into every little detail here. We've got dedicated room tour videos for that, but let me give you the highlights. These rooms are beautifully designed and packed with amenities. Comfy beds, an in-room jacuzzi tub for ultimate relaxation, a large covered balcony or patio, a spacious bathroom with double vanities, a private toilet, and a big walk-in shower. Oh, and don't forget the minibar, espresso machine, and even an aromatherapy and pillow menu to customize your stay. Now, if there's one thing that leaves me scratching my head, it's the double beds in the rooms with 2 beds. Why, oh why didn't they go with queens? The room is more than big enough for 2 queens, which would be so much more comfortable, especially if you're traveling with family. Squeezing 2 people into a double bed? Let's just say it's cozy. Sure, you can request a rollaway bed, but that eats up valuable floor space, and they're not always available. So, just something to keep in mind if you're booking this setup. Okay, rant over, moving on. One option for families is to book 2 adjoining rooms, or what they call a family suite. There's a king bed in one room and 2 doubles in the other, which creates a convenient family room with tons of space. And if you're looking for something extra special, check out the swim-up rooms, where you can literally step out of your room and right into the pool. We'll have room tours of all these options, so stay tuned for those. Now, let's dive into one of the most fun and talked about aspects of this resort: the pools, pool activities, and of course, the beach. At the Grand, you'll find 9 unique pools, each with its own vibe and energy. Whether you're here to relax or let loose, there's something for everyone. If peace and quiet are your thing, head to the wellness pool, where you can chill out and grab some delicious tacos from Los Tacos. Prefer a high-energy scene with a DJ and great music? The Unique Day Club is calling your name. Looking for some action? The Olympic pool is the spot, with volleyball, games, balloon activities, and more. One of the best parts about this resort's size is that the pools never feel overly crowded. Guests are spread out across the property, so take your time on that first day to explore and find your perfect poolside vibe. And don't worry about staying hydrated. There's no shortage of swim-up bars to keep those drinks coming. Now, let's talk about the water park. A must visit, especially if you're traveling with kids. Or maybe you're just a kid at heart, like me. For the little ones, there's a splash pad and aqua play area with small slides that will keep them entertained for hours. Slightly older kids and those young at heart will love the larger aqua play zone, complete with water slides, dump buckets, water guns, and more. Watching kids play here will remind you how magical these moments can be. So soak up the memories while you can. Feeling a little bit more laid back? Drift along the lazy river that flows gently around the playroom. There's a handful of entry points, and tubes are available. It's a relaxing way to spend the afternoon. Now for the thrill seekers. Let's start with the twisty blue and white enclosed slides. There are 4 identical tracks, so grab your crew, grab a mat, and race to the bottom. Don't worry, these slides are enclosed but not too dark or intimidating, as you can see from our video. Next, check out the 2-person slides, the yellow and green ones at the top of the tower. They're mirror images of each other, offering a smooth but exciting ride that you'll want to do over and over again. These were our personal favorites. Feeling a little adventurous? Test your skills on the Flow Rider. It's a fun, high-tech way to try surfing or bodyboarding without hitting the ocean waves. Here's a little pro tip. Head here early in the morning to avoid long lines. And finally, the wave pool. Unfortunately, it wasn't operational during our visit, but it appears to be a smaller pool likely designed for younger kids. If you've ever tried it, drop a comment below and share your experience with the All-Inclusive Reviews community. Now let's move from the pools to the beach. With the grand sprawling size, you get access to a very long stretch of soft, powdery sand that's perfect for sunrise strolls or relaxing by the water. Just offshore, you'll notice a barrier. It's designed to slow the arrival of sargassum seaweed, a thoughtful touch for keeping the beach as pristine as possible. During our visit, Tropical Storm Helene brought some storm surge, which did wash up more seaweed, but the resort staff was out there daily working hard to clear the beach so guests could enjoy it. Kudos to them for their efforts. So, whether you're floating in a lazy river, racing down water slides, or soaking up the sun on the beach, the Grand has something for everyone. Now, let's head to a fan favorite topic, the food. Now we're going to dive into what's probably the most talked about topic at any resort, food and dining. Let me start with a little perspective. Dining at all-inclusive resorts can be hit or miss. If you go in expecting every meal to be Michelin star quality, you're probably setting yourself up for disappointment. But that doesn't mean you won't have some incredible dining experiences. Just adjust your expectations and you'll enjoy it all the more. At the Grand, you're spoiled for choice with 11 restaurants, 4 snack areas, and 24-hour room service. When we arrived, it was lunchtime and we were starving. We originally aimed for Tavola to grab some pizza, but the 30-minute wait had us heading for the Grand Buffet instead. The Grand Buffet is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with rotating selection of dishes to keep things interesting. While there are some staples available daily, the rotating stations add variety from one day to the next. It's not the biggest buffet we've ever seen, but it's sufficient and the quality is solid. For lunch, we'd oftentimes return to the buffet, but Tavola quickly became a favorite. Their pizza was fantastic. Just be prepared to wait depending on when you arrive, or better yet, make a reservation for dinner. Speaking of reservations, this brings us to a very important tip. You'll need to book your dinner reservations in advance, ideally a few days ahead. Without one, you're looking at the buffet or room service as your primary dinner options. Here's another pro tip. If you skip your reservation without canceling, they'll charge you a $25 no-show fee. So, plan ahead and stick to your schedule. Oh, and don't forget to check out the dress codes for certain restaurants. If you show up too casual, you will be turned away. Now, let's highlight some of the must-try restaurants at the Grand. Carabino, located between buildings 85 and 87, this spot serves a breakfast buffet, a la carte lunch, and Caribbean-inspired dinners. Casa Mia and La Cantina both serve Mexican cuisine and are found downstairs from the central lobby near Boulangerie. Cusco, a breakfast buffet and Peruvian-inspired lunch and dinner menu. It's located in front of Building 94. Habibi is just down the hall from the central lobby. It offers Lebanese cuisine for lunch and dinner, plus an a la carte breakfast. Jade serves Asian cuisine and sushi for dinner, with a breakfast buffet available during high season. It's a very popular spot, so make sure you have a reservation. Le Chateau is a French fine dining restaurant. It's open for dinner only. Definitely one for a very special evening. Circus is perfect for families with a fun and colorful vibe and activities that the kids will love. You'll find this one tucked away through the lobby bar and then turn left down the hallway. You can't miss it. Now, let's talk about my personal favorite, JC Steakhouse. If you've seen any of my other resort videos, you know I'm a steak and potatoes kind of guy. And this place, it did not disappoint. The picanha picanha and ribeye were standouts. I normally order my steaks medium rare, but here they leaned more towards very rare. So I adjusted and requested that they remake them medium the second time, and they came out perfectly. So, moral of the story here, don't hesitate to send a steak back or any meal if it's not cooked to your liking. The sides were equally great, especially the creamy mashed potatoes. Order 2 of them because they're small. And the chocolate lava cake was so good, I regret not ordering more. If you're in the mood for lighter eats, there's no shortage of options. Los Tacos serves authentic tacos between buildings 85 and 86, and they're open for lunch and dinner. The water park snack bar is located near the Flow Rider, and it's great for quick bites during your pool day. The Beach Club is located on the beach near Carabino, and it serves a la carte snacks in the afternoon. The Unique Day Club is an adults-only pool, and they serve a la carte snacks from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. And then the Ninth Pin Bowling Alley. They serve snacks in the afternoon and evening time. And then there's Boulangerie, my kryptonite. This dessert haven is open 24 hours. And let's just say I may have gained a few pounds thanks to this place. From ice cream and macarons to cakes, pies, crepes, it's a sweet tooth's paradise. The carrot cake was my personal favorite, but honestly, everything I tried was delicious. Even my daughter became obsessed with their macarons, stopping by multiple times a day for her fix. Here's another of our pro tips. The macarons and other pastries are easy to grab and go, so don't be shy about stocking up. And if you're up late after the Unique nightclub closes, Boulangerie is the perfect 3 a.m. stop. Not that I'd know, that's way past my bedtime. Before we move on, let's quickly touch on tipping. It's often a controversial topic and ultimately a personal choice, but most people tip for good service at these resorts. For a deeper dive on the why, when, and how much, check out our Tipping at All-Inclusive Resorts video linked in the description. And that's a wrap on the food. Let's go work some of those calories off as we head to the gym. Let's talk fitness. For those of you who like to keep up with your workouts, or let's be real, try to burn off the endless tacos, desserts, and poolside drinks, the Grand has you covered. The gym is located on the lower level, right across from the spa, and it's probably one of the largest and best equipped gyms I've ever seen at an all-inclusive resort. If you're going to attempt to balance out all the indulgence, this is the place to do it. Here's what you'll find. A lineup of treadmills, ellipticals, and bikes. Perfect for running away from yesterday's buffet. Metaphorically, of course. Life fitness machines to work every muscle group. Because after all those tacos, your arms might need a little attention too. There's a full set of free weights and dumbbells so you can bench press that guilt away. But wait, there's more. There's a dedicated Pilates room with TRX straps, yoga mats, and open space for stretches. Or just lying there thinking about all the calories you consumed at Boulangerie. If spinning is your thing, there's also a separate spin studio where you can pedal out your regrets one hill at a time. And let's not forget the locker room. With complimentary lockers, you can stash your clothes and then head straight to the pool to show off all those vacation muscles you just earned. Whether you're here to stay in shape or just to convince yourself that the extra margarita at dinner was totally fine, this gym has everything you need and then some. Who knows? You might even leave vacation in better shape than when you arrived. Are you ready to achieve peak relaxation? Of course you are. That's practically the whole point of a vacation. Let me introduce you to the Awe Spa, where stress goes to die and bliss takes over. We saved the spa for the end of our trip, which honestly was the perfect time. After days of nonstop exploring, eating, and hauling around my trusty 15-pound cinema camera setup like I'm auditioning for an Olympic weightlifting team, my body was ready for a serious recharge. Here's the deal. When you book any treatment at the OSPA, you get access to their facilities for the entire day. That means you should absolutely show up early to enjoy the hydrotherapy circuit. And let me tell you, it's an experience. Hot and cold plunge pools to shock your system in the best way, a steam room to melt your stress, a sauna, an aromatherapy shower that smells like heaven, a sensory pool, and a relaxation area where you can finally answer that nagging question, what does it feel like to just be? I'm a sucker for the steam room. It's my go-to. But this time, I also booked a massage, while my daughter went for her very first professional facial. Let's start with me. After lugging a camera rig around the resort for days, my back and shoulders felt like they'd been run over by a golf cart. Not that it happened, but I wouldn't have been surprised. My massage therapist took one look at me and probably thought, challenge accepted. Now, I'm not exaggerating when I say this might have been the most intense massage of my life. I actually had to ask the therapist to ease up a bit, and that's coming from someone who prides themselves on tolerating pain. But here's the thing. It worked. I left that room feeling like I'd been disassembled and put back together better than new. As for my daughter, her facial was a big win. She walked out glowing, relaxed, and probably feeling just a little bit fancier than the rest of us. Now let's talk pricing. The OSPA isn't the most expensive resort spa we've ever visited, but it's definitely not a bargain. Think of it as an investment in your sanity, whether you need to recharge, sneak in some quiet time away from the kids, or simply remind yourself what peace feels like. It's worth every penny. So here's your plan. Book a treatment, show up early, and let the hydrotherapy circuit and expert therapists work their magic. You'll leave so relaxed you might forget how to stress altogether. And isn't that what vacation is all about? Now that you're all relaxed and noodle-like from your massage, it's time to shake off that bliss and jump into the endless entertainment options at the Grand. And when I say endless, I mean it. This place has so much going on that this chapter of the video could double as a mini-series. Buckle up, folks. First off, let me sound like a broken record one more time. Download the Resort app. Seriously, it's your best friend when it comes to knowing what activities are happening and where. Without it, you're basically wandering aimlessly, and no one wants to be that person at a mega resort. If you're an early riser and not just in search of coffee, you can kick things off with activities like bird watching, or join a morning yoga or TRX class at the gym. Feeling a little adventurous? Paddleboard aerobics at the fun and sports pool will wake you up faster than an espresso shot. Now let's talk about the kids. If you need a break from the sun, or they just need to burn off some of that never-ending energy, head to the Playroom, an indoor wonderland near the water park. It has everything. I'm talking bumper cars, a ropes course, laser obstacle course, a mirror maze, glow mini golf, video games, and even an escape room. You'll also find an indoor climbing gym and a play area for younger kids. It's like a kid's dreamland. And honestly, I kind of wanted to jump in myself. For older kids, and kids at heart, there's the Wired Lounge, located near the Grand Lobby. This place is an arcade paradise with foosball, air hockey, Xbox consoles all over the place, a basketball game, and even a Halo arcade game. Yes, my daughter and I may have engaged in a few epic battles before dinner at the steakhouse. It's perfect for rainy days, post-pool cool-downs, or when you're killing time before dinner reservation. Now let's say Mother Nature decides to rain on your parade. No worries, the resort has you covered. At Cassette, the karaoke lounge, they roll out balloon twisting lessons, bingo, trivia, glitter tattoos, and other activities to keep everyone entertained. Karaoke kicks off early for families and then transforms into adults-only fun from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. Let's just say things get interesting when the adults take the mic. Back outside, the Fun and Sports Pool is your daytime hub for activities like volleyball, crazy games, and aqua aerobics. And don't miss the beach volleyball around 4 p.m. because nothing says vacation like diving for a volleyball in the sand. For music lovers, you'll often find live music around the various pools. And if you're lucky, you might catch one of the adults-only pool parties at the Unique Day Club. These parties are not to be missed unless your idea of fun is sitting quietly with a book. No judgment. As the sun sets, the entertainment continues with nightly shows at the theater, from a Michael Jackson tribute to a circus musical and even a mentalist and magician, the incredible David McGee. Hopefully he's still on the schedule when you're there. There's something for everyone. And for live music lovers, head to the Speakeasy for jazz and cocktails because nothing pairs with a good saxophone like a mojito. Next up is the Ninth Pin Bowling Alley. This is the one activity that isn't included in your all-inclusive package, but it's worth it if you're up for some friendly competition. They've got 6 lanes, bumpers for the kids, and even those dinosaur slide things that helps them aim their shots. Here's another pro tip. Reservations are required. Not a bowler? No problem. The bowling alley also has a pool table, a full bar, and snacks like burgers and nachos. Plus, if there's a big game on, this is the place to watch it. When the sun sets, the energy rises at Unique Nightclub, the ultimate adults-only hotspot, with live DJs spinning the hottest tracks, premium cocktails flowing, and a sleek, modern vibe. This is where you dance the night away in the Mexican Caribbean. And when the club closes at 3 a.m., don't forget to swing by Boulangerie for a sweet nightcap. Whether it's a decadent slice of cake, a macaron or 5, or a creamy milkshake, it's the perfect way to end the night of unforgettable fun. Okay, let's talk about service. The secret ingredient that can turn a good vacation into an amazing one. Over the years, we've been blessed to travel to some incredible resorts around the world. And if there's one universal truth we've learned, it's this: great service makes everything better. The good news? The service at the Grand was nothing short of outstanding. From the moment we arrived, we were greeted with smiles, helpful staff, and a level of attentiveness that made our stay unforgettable. Take the time my steak came out undercooked. I flagged it, and before I could even sip my drink, they were back with a perfectly cooked replacement. At the pools, the drink service was fast and friendly. You never felt like you were waiting forever for your next margarita. And at the spa, the staff practically wrapped us in a warm blanket of happiness. I'm convinced they're trained in the art of making people feel like royalty. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Service is very subjective. Everyone's experience is shaped by their attitude, their expectations, and, let's be honest, how they treat the staff. Picture this. You've got entitled Eddie. Eddie marches up to the pool bar, doesn't make eye contact, doesn't say please or thank you, and acts like he's auditioning for the role of overlord of poolside cocktails. Eddie's bartender is still polite, but maybe not overly chatty or quick with the second round. Eddie finishes vacation, hops on TripAdvisor, and leaves a review like, "Service was meh. Staff didn't worship me like I'm used to, 2 out of 10. Then there's grateful Gabby. Gabby smiles, says a kind gracias, and takes a moment to connect with the staff. She's patient, understanding that she's one guest in a very busy resort, and wouldn't you know it, her experience is incredible. The staff remembers her drinks arrive faster, and she leaves with a glowing review. The moral of the story? Kindness goes a long way. Treat the staff like the amazing people they are. and they'll go above and beyond to make your stay unforgettable. Our experience at the Grand? 5 stars all the way. From the bartenders to the housekeeping staff to the smiling faces at every restaurant, we couldn't have asked for better service. So a big shout out to the hardworking team at the Grand. You made our trip even more magical. All right, who is this resort for? Short answer, everyone. Long answer, if you've got kids, a significant other, a group of friends, or even just yourself. The Grand at Moon Palace has something for you. Let me explain. When we took our first all-inclusive trip as a family, I did a deep dive into research. With 5 kids, finding a resort that could handle our crew without requiring a second mortgage was no small task. I had the Grand at the top of my list. This was the dream, the holy grail of resorts. But back then, the room options just didn't work for a family of our size at a price we could justify. So we ended up at Dreams Playa Mujeres instead. Great place, by the way. Check out the link in the description for that video if you want to learn more. Fast forward to this trip. The Grand lived up to every expectation. Even with several days of rain from Hurricane Helene's antics, the abundance of indoor activities made it a lifesaver for families. So, if you've got kids, this is one of the best resorts you could ever dream of. From the water park to the playroom, bowling alley, karaoke, arcade, beach activities, and theater shows, there's no shortage of ways to keep everyone entertained and exhausted enough to sleep through the night. Parents, you know what I'm talking about. But wait, is this resort only for families? No way. The Grand knows how to treat the grown-ups too. For couples and adults traveling without kids, you've got plenty of spaces to relax, indulge, and have some fun. Whether it's lounging at the unique day club, grabbing a craft cocktail at the speakeasy, belting out a ballad at the evening karaoke, or dancing the night away at the unique nightclub. There's plenty of grown-up magic here. And let's not forget about the spa. Because what's a vacation like without a little pampering, right? And here's the Grand's secret bonus. And another one of our pro tips. When you stay at the Grand, you also get full access to the neighboring Nazook and Sunrise resorts. It's like a buy one, get 2 deal. But, and this is important, it only works one way. Meaning, guests at Nazook and Sunrise don't get access to the Grand. So, you're basically living the VIP life. So here's the bottom line. The Grand at Moon Palace is a mega resort that offers something for everyone. Families will love it. Couples will love it. Solo travelers will love it. With so much to do, from kid-friendly activities to adults-only escapes, it's the kind of place where everyone in your group can have the trip of their dreams. So, whether you're wrangling the kids or escaping them for a week, the Grand has you covered. Okay, that's a wrap on our deep dive into the Grand at Moon Palace. Whether you're here for the pools, the food, the spa, or just trying to escape your everyday chaos, this resort truly has something for everyone. We want to give a big thank you to the Grand for hosting us during this production, and to our travel partner, Enchanted Travel, for making this trip as seamless as it was unforgettable. Seriously, if you're dreaming about your next getaway, give them a call. They're the MVPs of vacation planning. We should probably tell you to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. But honestly, we're good. We already have plenty of subscribers, and let's be real, we mostly make these videos so our family and friends can keep tabs on our travel shenanigans. Unless, of course, you really want to. Before we go, let me leave you with this. If you ever find yourself at the Grand, take a lazy lap in the river, have a second lava cake, book the massage before your back gives out, and for the love of all things sweet, don't skip boulangerie. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you. Until next time, happy travels, and we'll see you at the next resort.